Welcome back. Time now for On the Radar with Greg Newman. Gold and silver have rebounded after a historic collapse from all-time highs, lured dip buyers back to precious metals. That's what we're seeing today. And then our guest host, of course, Greg Newman, with senior wealth advisor and portfolio manager at Newman Group, ScotiaMcLeod, has the metals on his radar. So it's been an interesting time for silver.
It has been. Well, listen, first of all, you saw this extreme overbought conditions. You saw, 46% above the 200-day moving average. So you knew that there was going to be some massive pullback. And what was the catalyst? The catalyst was Warsh, who may be a hawk. Is he a hawk? Is he a dove? He wants to maybe lower interest rates, but he wants to lower the balance sheet. He wants to get rid of quantitative easing. These are all the things that have been part of the reason for the U.S. dollar debasement trade, which has caused these metals just to run. So if this guy is going to shrink the balance sheet and input fiscal discipline, have we seen the top of the metals rally? That's the question. And I would say in the case of silver, you got to look at silver, gold, copper differently, but silver, strong industrial demand, ongoing supply deficits. And ultimately, Warsh believes that AI and deregulation are going to push rates down, so that he's going to lower rates. So that should be supportive of the metal. So, I would say all in, first of all, this price correction that you're seeing is not over. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So it's customary. You have a 30% down. You have people that missed the rally, thinking they're going to buy this dip, and it's up 12% or 15% today, so they're going to chase that. But it's not over. This will not resolve itself, probably, in my opinion, for a couple weeks anyway. Question is are we still in a bull market for the metals? I think certainly for silver, given those fundamentals, yes. But I think the rate of ascent or the speed of the rally slows for sure. Gold, kind of range bound, I think here. It might go a little bit higher. I think the real story is copper for, the thirst for green metals, the build out of EVs. It feeds into everything. And so, you're still in short supply. So, and unlike the other two, that is a real story of supply and demand, so you can really get your head around a little bit more.
So if we're looking, let's start with copper then, because as you mentioned, it's an interesting one too. Like, are there any particular copper mining companies that you like?
A lot. I like HBM. I like Capstone. I like Freeport. Lundin looks good. That's a few. There's a couple more. Within gold, the stocks are still cheap relative to the commodity. You got to give it that. Right. But they've all had a huge run. I'd pause on buying gold stocks, although if I was going to be buying, it would be Alamos, Aya, Agnico, and Barrick. And in the silver complex...
Sorry, why would you pause on buying any of those with gold? Is it because you think it might get down a bit more?
Well, first of all, I think it depends on your time horizon. I think that this will take a while to resolve itself. So the stocks will be whippy. But the earnings are coming, and the earnings are going to be really, really good for these names. But the market already knows that. So I'm not sure that's going to be enough. It's going to depend on what the commodity does. In other words, I don't think silver's off to the races going higher. I think it's going to have to really resolve itself here. And then, and the same thing with gold. But I like the fact that silver has all these other kickers of supply deficits. I don't think you have the exact same thing with gold. So I think silver will perform, but and I think that so I would buy gold at a time, but not quite yet.